Alright, so this is called the Realm of Irion campaign that I've started to create. Let's not say I've created, because we are far from pretty much anything being done. Essentially, just got a nice world map, a city map, and that's about fucking it. Rough basis for the direction the campaign will go, but I'd rather keep it dynamic than on rails. I don't think anyone will be too opposed to that, so we'll see. Alright, so I'm going to read the narration portion that you guys already had, minus the in-tab portion. So, all of you are here for different principal reasons, but one reason brings you all here. Here to the sly knave, and that's coin. Coin is argued to be the root of all evil, but it is also what enables you to further your own causes in this world. It is time to cast off your doubts and prejudices and come to terms with the fact that your goals will not be met alone. None of these tasks will be easy, but all of your previous experiences, all of your training, and all of your own dreams have led you to this point. You will use your great assortment of skills to handle whatever task hangs on that mantle. Bring forth your expertise, your will, and the chase for gold, and begin your adventure in the realm of Irion. Irion is a kingdom of a temperate climate, with warm summers and cold winters. Ice flows form within the Twins and the Fangs. Irion is a kingdom founded on the fall of the previous kingdoms of the magical races after the Cataclysm. A human, Arum, took the Cataclysm as a sign from Talos, the god of storms, and amassed an army and marched them through the Norian steppe to take Irion under the banner of the Golden Vortex. His army quickly dispatched the magical race's militias as they no longer had a core leadership. Their names are mostly erased from history, as many of their texts were burned, familial lines murdered, and statues reduced to rubble. The only thing that remains are the kin of those who survived, the vortex over Dominion Isle, and the occasional traders from the island freehold of Adringam, where many of the citizens of Irion fled to a century ago. This means the entire area is inhabited primarily of humans. Magical races are not explicitly banned, but many of them do not get along with the humans, and it generally strengthens the bond between the other magical races within the region. So, now, what I'll ask for you guys is to go kind of around the board and kind of describe your character's appearance and everything. You don't need to get into background or anything like that, but just kind of so when someone walks across you here in the campaign, they'll know what they're looking for. Do what? Yes, there you go. So we'll start over here with old Dunkarino. Duncan, you're muted.
I realize I'm...
Great start.
Excellent start.
My name is Juggarnost. I spent most of my young life wandering around in idleness until I've recently discovered the greatness of the Old One. I have now dedicated the rest of my days in seeking his knowledge.
All right. So how would you describe your appearance?
I am a tiefling with red skin, silver hair, and silver eyes.
What kind of horns you got? You curly? You straight? What are you doing here?
They were straight. Have one straight horn and one is broken off.
Gotcha. Straight like out forward to the side like a bull, or how we talking here? Straight up and down?
Like about angled backwards a little bit.
Gotcha. All right, cool. Just trying to get it, because you can tell a lot by tiefling by their horns, you know. So it's always important. All right, Ian, if you would go ahead and read off, give us a quick little synopsis and what your appearance of your character looks like.
Good evening, my name is Ander Underfoot. I am a halfling of the realm. I've been traveling bard for the past couple of months, just trying to make my way. Fortunately for me, people like me music. Unfortunately for me, humans tend to hate me.
They tend to
I am of short stature, not for a halfling, just for normal people, of 3 feet. My hair is brown, my face is white, my eyes are brown, and I have a curly mustache that I like to tend to.
Excellent. Alrighty, Riley, if you'd go ahead and describe your character.
I am. Can you hear me? Okay.
Barely. Talk loud.
I am Kiki Silver.
Turn it up a little bit.
Oh, I cannot get any closer to this mic.
You're good.
Yep.
Kiki Silver. I am a furbolg. I am 7'3", and I have gray fur and light brown hair, and orange eyes. And I am excited to adventure the world.
Nice. Trey, if you'd go ahead and describe yourself now, and also reconnect to the game, that'd be nice.
I'm working on the reconnect thing.
Sent
Come
you an
back
invite.
to me.
Can we come back to me after I get back in?
Yes, we can. Nikki, will you go ahead and describe yourself and your character? You need to unmute yourself, sweetheart. Get used to it.
Control. All right. I can't do an accent, so don't even ask. Okay, great. So, I am.
Accent even be. Let's be honest.
I'm Qurir.
Think you mean?
Was that the dubbed subtitle for that read?
So, in terms of languages, I'm very proficient in Aarakocra, Irion, Celestial, Common, and Minotaur. Like I said, my name's Qurir, or in my language. I am a monk from a hidden monastery in the hills. I am working to be a sage. Unfortunately, I've had my soul stolen in the search of knowledge. In my search, I found some pretty interesting information that I would like to try my best to keep secret, although I am terrible at keeping secrets. I am a female. I have beautiful golden eyes. I'm around 5'8", and I look like a kestrel with a swallowtail.
She's saying she likes fish.
Oh.
So, for future descriptors, we don't necessarily need a full character sheet rundown because I'm just listen, it's everyone's first time here. So for the role play aspect, you kind of want to convey that during the story without explicitly telling people, right?
All right.
That's kind of how we go with that. More descriptions than necessarily backstory. Makes sense. Cool. All right, Dilly, you want to go ahead?
All right.
Description of your boy.
Reservoir Mikkelflecken.
Once again.
Reservoir Mikkelflecken.
Okay.
People call him Ziv.
I'm gonna call him Zim Zam the Flim Flam. Simple as that.
About 3'4", kind of stocky for a gnome. Just came in from a ship off of from out of Irion. He's not from the area. Traveling the world as a archaeologist, trying to hunt down some mystery. Got striking red hair. He's approaching middle age because he's about 120. Gnomes live to about 300 and something. So,
Very nice. Yeah. And can you describe your steel defender?
It's modeled after a like a wild boar kind of thing. Got some gnarly looking tusks. Most of the time you'll see him, I'm riding him, or he's pretty close by.
Gotcha. And Hallie, if you care to describe your character's obvious descriptors.
Okay, Halycerys Koravar. You can call me Hallie. So when you look at me, you see average height, short red hair, like very short to go under a helm, blue eyes, very not attractive but compelling, you know. Very serious, very serious. My entire goal in life is to hunt down evil, and I take it very seriously.
That crap.
Beautiful. Excellent.
All
right, Trey, why don't you go ahead and give us a rundown?
So I am Chef Clunk, Warforged. I don't know how old I am. Probably. That's around over 200 years. I mean, it's been a while. I guess you guys can figure out time. I don't know who made me, but I know two things. I like to kill stuff, and I don't waste anything from the kill. I tend to cook that I kill. I've been living in the woods, trapping animals, selling everything that I get from. I want to. I would like to learn how to taste.
An important feature for a chef.
Yes, very
I might
important.
be able to help you with that.
Because
Well, that could work.
I'm pretty much just made of wood and metal and leather. I look like a person, I assume. I don't know. I've never seen my. And I have what appears to be an apron painted on my body. That is me.
Aw,
Excellent.
that's cute.
All right. Very good. Glad to hear from everyone. So, a request I'm going to make is anytime that I ask anyone to make a roll, what I want you to do is take your d20 and see like how I've done now in mine in front of the my like a little placard here. Roll them out here for it's visible for everybody, unless I specifically tell you, hey, don't hit that, like don't do that out in public or anything like that. So if you want to just kind of keep your d20s next to your placards, that way it's easy to keep track of them in the meantime, then that will be helpful. And then if everyone wants to go ahead and make their first roll of the campaign for perception. So what you're gonna do, if you're brand spanking new, you're gonna take it, you're gonna roll this bad boy, and then you're gonna add your perception bonus under your skills to your roll.
Who's throwing their pink?
What, sweetheart? You cut out, or you're muted.
Okay.
Okay. Whose dice is this?
Oh,
does?
wait.
It's pink.
It's pink.
Right.
Trey, keep your dice to yourself.
Yep,
Yeah.
you're gonna need d20s.
Okay, well we got the d20s. Can we just bring them out here in front?
Like both of them?
Yeah, you can, but you only need one for advantage. I'd recommend just having one out right now.
I mean, for me and Riley.
Yeah, for both y'all. Are those your two separate rolls? Okay. Gotcha. Oh, solid first roll, Riley.
Alright.
Fantastic.
Go to search.
Oh,
Okay.
keep it in the fucking map,
Sorry.
nerd. What you can do, Nikki, is if you just hit R, it'll roll it for you without flinging it everywhere. Like, just drop it.
Okay, because this is not helping.
Yep, so like, if I grab it like right here, so you just drop it right here, and you just hit R.
Oh, okay. Can you help me put this one back? How
Just
do I
drop
do
it.
that?
Get out of your search mode, and then it'll go back in, because you're in searching. That's the issue.
Okay.
There you go, yeah. Yeah, if anyone
Oh.
has any issues putting things back in your bags, if you have your search thing open, it will not, like, deposit in properly.
Alright.
So all you gotta do is hit R. Alright, everybody.
Oh, just hit R, just touching it? Oh,
Yep.
okay.
There you go.
Oh, shit.
Alright, so let's take a look at what everyone's rolls were. Solid, Duncan. Very good, Ian.
Apparently, since my guy's pretty old, he's got cataract or something.
Straight up. So what's everyone's bonuses to perception, if I may ask?
I got a 12.
I got a total of 3.
3,
I got a total of 7.
7,
Total 13.
13.
Wait,
Wait,
so
what?
how do I?
Your perception is.
We all
You
lied.
don't have a perception bonus.
Oh, wait, so the 12's the perception bonus?
No, 12 is your roll, and then your perception bonus. Look at your character sheet down here.
Yep.
So your perception bonus is right here. See this guy? So it's a +2.
Oh, sorry. It's a +2.
So that means you have a total of 14.
Yay.
Okay.
Boom.
All right. So what everyone notices is that this is the Sly Nave. It is a 2-story cobblestone inn. Nothing super extraordinary about it, except that it's just up against the Summer Gate, which is the large gate entering into the old city, which is a large. Just full dynamic like castled off area. There's a keep within. There's large libraries, all kinds of really large buildings just through there that are common in a large city. Nikki, can you mute yourself? Sorry, I'm hearing myself.
Oh, I thought I...
No, you good. So it's got all these large buildings and everything. The what you'll notice on the outside is that there's a sign hanging that says Sly Nave, and underneath that is just a small sign with gold lettering, and it almost seems to be like glowing. And on that, all it says is mantle accessible here. So upon whenever your characters would have entered, you would have noticed it's just, again, the cobblestone along the walls and everything. But inside it, tons of tables, things you'd regularly see in an inn, but along the walls, there's all all these different heads of different beasts and creatures. You know, you got a freaking manticore head up there, you got some minotaur heads, all kinds of things that you can tell that epic tales have been told about 100 times about each of these things that have been hanging up in there. The most prominent feature within the inn, though, is at the back corner. There is a almost like pure white limestone chimney, and in that chimney there's like a glowing purple flame within it. And above that you can see almost like a ghostly image of paper hanging over. And then besides that, again, just regular inn things. If you go up to the bar, you would see that there's an elf of not any particular stature, not a noble or anything like that. Looks like they just work there. Along that, you've also got just townsfolk in and around drinking, doing regular inn shit. For those of you with perception checks that had higher than 10, what y'all would have noticed is that there's also a female dwarf who she would have silver hair into a ponytail, wearing leather armor and a short sword. You would notice that there's a male human with red cropped hair, about average height, and blue eyes, wearing chainmail and a mace. There's also another female elf here who's just stunning to everyone that sees her, like hands down. And there's no one that's like, man, you know, I'm not about that. With dark black hair that she's grown extremely long, purple eyes, wearing plate mail and wielding a longsword. And she's playing darts with a female halfling who's tall for a halfling, with golden hair and a bun, brown eyes, wearing chainmail and wielding a short sword. So that's what y'all have got from walking into this. Now, so if all of you pretty much can kind of agree that y'all kind of just walked in here specifically looking for work at this point, right? Do any of you have prior experience with the Sly Knave, or could you all argue that you're newcomers to the inn?
I could argue that I might have prior experience, me being a bard and such. I probably paid here once or twice.
Okay.
I would probably say that this is probably my first time here, since I'm on my long journey for seeking knowledge.
Gotcha.
I would say I'm definitely have not been here before.
Okay.
I haven't been here. Still wandering around.
Gotcha.
Definitely new.
Yeah, this is first time here too.
Gotcha. Excellent. And what we'll do too, just to keep order, because obviously we can't take social cues and we can't see each other when we're talking. So what we'll do is anytime I ask an overarching question, we'll have it go Duncan, Ian, Riley, Trey, Nikki, Deli, Hallie type set.
So
we'll go around,
counterclockwise.
yep, exactly, around the table like that. Obviously the only exception to that will be is if it's an overarching combat question, then we'll go based on initiative. Cool.
Yeet.
Alright, so Ian, you're pretty much the only one that we can agree that you've probably been here once.
Fair.
Alright, so in this, you would pretty much notice just people coming in and going, just regular in-type traffic, but you can always spot, just as a bard and because, you know, you've been here a few times, like when people are coming in specifically for the mantle. They might not know exactly what it is or how it works, but they know that it gives them jobs and it earns them coin. And so throughout your night here, you've noticed that this collection of people have arrived and have all kind of, you know, had differing amounts of, you know, standoffishness, whether they've gone into a group or they've all, you know, coalesced, bought each other drinks, all that things. And so this is just the group. All those descriptions that you heard before are the people that have walked here into the inn. So, Ian, what would you do?
I'm imagining I'm sitting at the bar, if that's cool.
Yep, that's perfectly fine.
Alright, turn to the bartender and say, alright, old crowd in here tonight.
So, at this point, you know the bartender's name is Korma. And she will state, yeah, so we got quite a few coming in here ever since the, you know, trouble on the roads and everything, but, you know, that's the shit that's all up on the mantle.
It's the curse.
Right, so at some point I do believe that Dillador will collect everyone and see if anyone's actually hunting for some of those jobs there.
Who's Dillador?
So Dillador, again, in your short time there, you would know is almost like the the runner of the establishment, essentially, in a way. It's part of what you call like the keepers of the mantle. And so what you would also know is that the male human with the red hair and the chainmail is Dillador inside of the inn.
Gotcha.
So at this moment, you can see Dillador across the table, just speaking with some townsfolk, hanging out just in the center of the inn.
All right.
So let's say at this point, Deli, you come strolling in with your steel defender.
Okay. So I walk in and start looking around for. So this is where. How does the system for looking for work exactly?
So you would not know inherently because you're new to the area, so you probably need to find someone that you either knows works there or looks like they're familiar with it.
All right. Yeah, I'd probably just walk up to the bartender, order a drink, and ask them about it.
Gotcha. I'm just noticing these note things on here. Where did you pull that up? I'm assuming that was you, Ian.
Oh, yeah.
Notes on the
No,
side?
bottom right corner.
Oh, okay. I'm just curious. Can everyone see his note, or?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
All right, so that's just something to be aware of then, Ian, that'll be there. What you can do is you click your notebook up the top, and then if you go into like red, it will only show your shit in there. So if you want to keep it in there, then you can. Just
I can't
again,
see
we're
his
seeing new
notebook.
things that way. No,
I will
notes
do-
on the far right.
Yep.
No
nope.
card?
I will do more prep notes that way, but I figured this might be good for everyone.
Yep, nope, that's fine. I just wanted to make sure everyone knows what's going on with what. So, Deli, you said you've approached the barkeep?
Yep.
Alright. Whenever she sees you clearly approaching towards her, she kind of gives a glance at your boar-like construction and is like, almost like a kid that gives like a curious, oh, that's what that is nod, like after a little bit of thinking, and goes, here for work or a drink?
A little of both.
A little of both, but we've got ale for it's just a few copper, and obviously the mantle's lit up, so there's some works to be had there.
I'll take the ale and what did she say about the?
It's, the mantle there is lit up, so obviously there's work to be had.
Okay. So I wait for I order an ale, and as soon as that comes, I grab it and ride my defender over to the board so I can reach up to it.
Gotcha. Whenever you go to reach up for it, you notice that just kind of your hand just goes through it. You can see text there on like the ghost-like paper, but it's almost faded and distorted, and like you can't make out like what the language is. You just know there's something written there on it, but you can't focus on it. It's almost like the Matrix, in that every time you look at it, like the characters change.
Do I notice he's struggling with it?
Roll perception.
Perception or insight?
Let's do insight. What's your bonus?
2. So 15.
15. So you see a gnome over there riding what appears to be a boar, but is clanking almost like it's in heavy armor, over at the mantle, and you see the familiar sight of a new guy fucking swiping through the ghost paper of the mantle.
Oi, newbie.
Oi.
Talk to the redhead if you got questions about the mantle. And don't be grasping at the paper. It's magic.
All right. Thanks. Head
Hey.
over to the.
I'll interrupt. So around this time, we'll say that Riley and Trey just happen to walk in about the same time. Not necessarily together, but, you know, almost like one of them holds the door open for the other as they're approaching.
That's cute.
Fucking hell, there's more than one metal person. Not a thing.
Bigger than you.
Go in the door.
Okay. She scuttles in the door because the Warforged has frightened her.
Alrighty. So, since you've just been frightened by the massive, what appears to maybe even be a bouncer to you, because, you know, you're new here, What exactly would you do once you've entered the inn?
Probably go talk to the keeper. Would I even know that she's the keeper? Do I need to roll?
No, it's pretty common, like inn style layout, as I said before. It's a just tables and chairs everywhere. People are drinking, eating, and you've got like a back table set up or countertop almost, and you can see kegs and everything on the back wall. So yeah, you could just go up and approach to the keeper.
All right. I am looking for work that will take me very far away.
Very far away, you say? I don't know particularly what's on there. It's selective in what it shows each person. From what I've heard, most of it's still within the area. So that's about all I've got. If you've got more questions specifically about further work or anything, to actually use the mantle, and it should be able to show you things that, you're looking for or that you're qualified for. But if you have questions about that, you can ask Dillador. He's the human over there with the red hair.
Okay. I'm gonna go look at the mantle now.
Gotcha. Trey, what would you do in the meantime?
I'm gonna go to the person behind the bar.
Okay, so you just creepily followed Kiki up to the bar. Did you just happen to stand behind her, or did you keep your distance?
I wasn't necessarily creeping behind. I was just walking. She happened to be there.
Were you close enough to where you would have heard that conversation, or were you
Probably
standoffish?
not.
Okay. So now you're approaching the barkeep, I'm assuming?
Yes. I'm looking for a man that's here a lot.
Well, that's not very specific, my mechanical friend.
That's all I know. Apparently they can help me taste.
Okay. I gotta admit, I've worked here for quite a while, and I don't know anyone specifically that is a Warforged mechanic of that type of nature. But perhaps, if you just like to earn some coin and possibly make some contacts, then the mantle over there could help you.
Thank you.
Yeah, no problem, buddy. So
You throw in the most interesting types, don't you?
It's not up to me, all right? The name brings the people. I'm just the first person they come to when they walk through the door.
I mean, I'm not complaining. It's just...
Yeah, whatever. It's coin's coin. Sometimes they leave a tip. Especially good ones when they come back after a successful time.
Fair.
So, now we'll say at this point that you've now noticed that the gnome has kind of moved away from the mantle, probably almost a little embarrassed, because, usually gnomes are pretty knowledgeable and don't like to be proven wrong or made to look a fool when it comes to knowing things. But in that time span, you now see Kiki approach, correct, if I remember correctly, approach the mantle next, which is a massive, towering, just beast of a person, just going up to it.
Oh, wait, me? Oh.
Yes.
Yes, I'm just looking at all the jobs on there right now.
And okay, and just like how Deli had experiences, again, as you try to look, and the harder you focus, on the almost ghost paper sitting on the mantle, it's harder to understand or even be able to pick out the characters that create this language that's kind of flowing across those papers.
Okay. She's just gonna go sit down and start making a flower crown.
All right.
Stress.
So at this point, we'll say Halycerys Corivor walks to the inn.
Okay, so I'm gonna walk in, head towards the bar, because that's where you go when you enter a bar.
Goddamn right.
And I'm gonna order an ale, and I'm gonna go find a place to sit, and I'm gonna sit and listen
All right.
to what everyone is saying.
Gotcha. That just makes sense.
Just
Okay.
listening.
And then, last but certainly not least, Nikki, your character, Qurir, approaches the sly knave. Don't forget to unmute yourself.
Right. I approach the bar. I ask for a standard ale, and if they've seen a book with ghostly writing.
I don't have a book per se, but the mantle's pretty much covered in the ghostly papers, as you'd call them. So that might catch your attention, but I don't think we have anything specifically for you with a ghostly book.
Okay.
But here's your ale. If you have any questions, talk to Dalador. He's the human over there.
Okay. Thanks.
So, anyone care to do anything at this point?
Oh. I'll go to the mantle
Mm-hmm.
and see what I can find. If I can find the ghostly writing.
So when you come up, you can obviously see the ghostly papers that I've been describing to everyone else on here. Hang on, I'm just looking at your character sheet. So you have a proficiency in Arcana. Oh, I know what happened. You didn't give your proficiency bonus here. That's what it is.
Me?
Yeah. I'm assuming your proficiency bonus is +2 on D&D Beyond.
Oh, yeah. So
Everyone should be +2 at this level.
Gotcha. Yeah, so I just left that for you. So I was just confused why that proficiency was 0. So again, you see the same ghostly papers, and you can tell that when you try to focus on things, that it just doesn't quite come into view. Will you roll a knowledge check for Arcana?
okay. Is that the D12, D20?
Yes.
All right.
D20.
Yep, just hit R.
Oh.
Yep. Okay, so then add your proficiency
All right.
to Arcana. Should be right on here.
Okay. And that's just.
Whoa, Nikki. That's just +11. Okay, so +2. So you got a 13. You can tell that it's almost like a enchantment that's just specifically to keep people, almost like nosy people, out. But you can feel too that it's almost exchanging information with whoever's looking at it. That almost like the paper itself is gleaning information from whoever walks up to it. But that's all you can pretty much glean from your knowledge of the Arcana. The Arcane.
All right. I will keep trying.
Keep trying to what?
Figure out what this book is trying to tell me.
So I'm gonna walk up to Dalador.
Mm-hmm. Whoa, I haven't seen one of your kind here in a while.
Are you the person I'm looking for that's here a lot?
I am in fact here a lot. However, I do not know if I am the person you are looking for.
Sorry, not the droid.
Can you make me taste things?
No. However, I mean, I don't know if that's possible, my friend. But of course, there's magic in this world, and pretty much anything is possible. However, with anything, you need coin.
How do I get coin?
Well, there's lots of ways to get coin, my friend, and you're just so happen to be in a great place to do so. Do you know that you are currently in the Sly Knave?
Yes, this is the place I was looking for. The man that's here a lot. What can I do to make coin?
Do you mean the mantle?
Maybe.
So I don't know if the mantle can make you taste, my friend, but what the mantle can do is make you quite a substantial amount of coin.
Oh, good. Let's do that.
Okay, I'm going to presume you've never used a mantle anywhere else in the realms.
This is probably about the time I would stroll up to, riding my mechanical pig.
Wow, 2 machinations in one night. What a show we've got going on here.
Is that alive?
Probably as much as you are, buddy.
Damn.
I like it.
All right.
Right, very good. So I'm assuming neither of you have used a mantle anywhere here in the realms.
The thing's a little weird.
Oh yes, for sure. It's they say it's an artifact left from the elves, and they used it probably for different purposes than we do, but it works for what we're trying to do.
Interesting. Maybe I should study it.
For sure. Many have. We've had all kinds of different archaeologists and things, obviously. Some you would know, some you wouldn't. You know, just tons of people come through, specifically, actually, just to stop by here and just take a look at what's going on. For example, maybe you know Gary Bally of the Fifth Order. He came rolling through here and actually did a book on the mantles.
Interesting.
Let's see. Hang on.
So how does the mantle give me coin?
Hang on 1 second. I'm writing something down. So, the way that the mantle can give you coin, and anyone else who happens to do, is you approach the mantle and you have to knock on the limestone 3 times, and whenever you do that, you essentially agree to share information with the mantle, the source, which is what kind of fuels the mantle's fires. When you do this, you'll be given access to what jobs that the mantle deems you can actually handle. Obviously, it's not going to hand out a quest to go kill a dragon or something of that nature to someone who's, you know, barely handled a sword, right? So it can actually pull your soul essence, they say, and determine your willpower and your abilities and give you appropriate work. Now,
It's going to be a problem.
the way that works is once you knock on it, you'll be able to then read those ghost papers you've been trying to, I'm sure. You'll be able to actually form into coherent sentences, words, and full papers with diagrams, maps, all kinds of things that anyone that the holders of the bounties, air quotes, decide to put into the mantle. Once you've selected one and pulled it off of the mantle, it will actually stay with you, almost like a regular scroll. But it's of course, magical. It doesn't weigh anything. You just kind of pull it out of your pocket, thinking about it, and it boop, pops out all the same diagrams and things. It's really fantastic compared to the old bounty boards I'm used to. Like, it's great. But then once you've done the quest or anything, say, you know, it needs you to assassinate someone or something, then you bring a trophy or proof that you've done the deed. And then when you arrive, you take it and throw it into the mantle. Flames will spark up and consume it. Whoever is the source for the bounty will then place in the reward, and you will be given it back through the mantle. It can take a little time, though, so obviously we built an inn around it. That way you can stay the night and wait for your reward to arrive.
So then let's find me a job that gives me money.
Go ahead, my friend. Just walk up to the mantle and knock 3 times on the center.
Yeah. I'll walk up to it and knock on it 3 times.
So go ahead. I want you to roll a con save.
Okay. So the D20?
Speaking of which, what are your saving throws? Because you don't have them marked on here.
Oh, shit. Boop boop a doo. Where can I find that?
Strength and Constitution.
Barbarian page, I believe I actually checked that for you. Yeah, strength and con.
I just had to go click it because he didn't have it. Strength con. You
Oh, sorry.
didn't have your proficiency on there either, so that was neat.
Sorry.
So go ahead and roll out your con save. You got a +5 on there, correct?
Yeah.
15. Alright, so whenever you knock on it, you can kind of almost feel, because as a Warforged, you're essentially a soul trapped within a machination, terrible construct of war, death, blah, blah, blah. But am I correct in saying that, Ian? That's pretty accurate. Obviously, it can be construed different ways. Soul bound to construct.
Give or take.
Give or take. Anyway, so you can almost feel like whenever you knock on the mantle, like after the 3rd knock, almost like your fist locks to the mantle. And when it does that, you can feel this just hard pulling of your soul from your actual like casing in your shell before it lets go suddenly. And then after you kind of collect yourself for a moment, you can see the pages actually start to form there on the mantle.
No, it's a good It's a good thing I can read these.
So, what you can read on there's two different things. There's caravan escort required, 30 gold pieces per head, looking for 5 to 10 skilled guards to help move merchandise from Camor to Fiam along the Blue Road. And the second thing you can see, actually let me change this camera here, bam, is help needed, goblin infestation. No less than 25 of the buggers ambush supply carts and vortex tourists on their way to Lyheath from Camor. Reward 250 gold pieces for the removal of the threat to the road and its traffic.
Let's do the caravan escort thing. I just need to find 5 to 6 more people. Is anybody here looking to get some money?
God damn it, Trey.
Nikki, your mic's
Last
muted.
bloke who
I know.
last bloke who asked me that ended up as a bad time for me. So, bit more description.
We got to
No worries.
escort a caravan.
Oh, that makes a bit more sense.
It is from from Camor to Fiam. So take a look at your world map there if you need to get a reference point.
So essentially down the middle part of this great scatterings of land.
Correct.
Camor to where?
Fiam.
Fiam? Oh. Oh. That doesn't seem that bad.
It's,
Yeah, from the middle of the claw to the end.
I
Yeah,
just got back
from-
from walking that.
Well, then you would know that it took you approximately 10 days to make the walk with no caravan and just on your own.
We could probably do that. No problem. It's not that bad of a walk. Plus, I'll just cook things that we find on the way.
I'm standing there
Trevor.
next to you.
Trevor.
Yep. Ian.
So, the road from Camor to Fiam.
Yep.
There have been bandits on these roads, yes?
Of course. Why else would someone hire a caravan escort?
Can I do a history check to see if I know of any of these bandits?
That
or
you
have
may.
heard of any of these bandits? Alright.
Do you have proficiency in history?
Yes. I have expertise in history. So, 12 total.
So 12. So you know that just from your little bit of experience in the area that the generally the bandits there aren't too organized. It's not like a a group trying to go after a goal or anything. They just seem to be common thieves and bandits, and that they're just plundering to plunder, not necessarily any large goal in mind.
I'd be willing to toss my lot in with that.
All right, now to find 4 to 5 more people.
I might as well go.
So, having been sitting there just listening to everything that's going on, I will stand up and say, I guess I could throw my lot in.
Fucking hell, you're here! Yes, good.
I'll go.
Might as well.
It's a very long walk, and it sounds terrific.
We're just gonna take a walk in the woods. So, is that how you've all decided to gather? You just hear the Warforged yell about coin, and all of you have decided to just walk up to it and decide to take whatever pops up in front of you. So y'all have all heard this voice and your confusion. You all turn to look, and you can see Dillador standing there, who you all now know is Dillador at this point, from whether you've been overhearing it or listening on it. Now, I agree, that's some good coin there on the caravan and everything, but if you really want to help some people, I'd highly recommend the road to Lyheath. It really needs clearing out. We've had many people trying to deliver the supplies out there that have been interdicted. Caravan escort, obviously always good, but it's more mercenary wise. I think I would personally be very appreciative of anyone that could handle that help, and maybe even up the reward a little myself, because I actually had a family member of mine lost there on that road.
All right. Well,
More
I'll
money.
take that one. You said it was 250.
250 is what they've posted, yes.
How high are you willing to go?
It depends on the threat. I'd say after the 250 base reward, I could throw another 10 gold per goblin head you bring back.
And how many goblins did you estimate to be there?
Well, I don't know personally, but the source posted that there were 25 at least.
All right. Well, that sounds better than.
I hope you guys can carry lots of goblin heads. I'm gonna make them.
I have a bag that can hold a lot of heads.
Are you gonna make?
Got me head bag.
Goblin.
All right. I'm in for the goblin. For goblins.
So Duncan, at any
Jolly,
point,
can we take both quests?
Duncan, have we walked you in yet? I can't remember.
Can we take those
You have
quests?
not.
That is a good question.
Duncan, your character walks through the door.
Damn. Just fuck Duncan, I
But
guess.
you bump
on
your
red.
horn on the top of the door frame as you make your way through.
Wait, is the metal or door frame?
I apologize. There's 7 of you fuckers to keep track of.
My heart's broken.
I'm sorry.
Wait, what?
Damn, Trevor, session 0 and you're already breaking people's hearts. Good job.
That's what I do.
So I walk up to the counter. I ask how much a glass is.
A glass of what?
Just your house ale.
Well, we don't have glass. We're not quite that fancy, but I've got a tankard here for 2 copper.
And how much for a room?
Probably say about we can round it out to a solid silver if you do the both.
That sounds like a fair trade.
All right. Give me a silver, you sloot.
All I have is a
Poor
gold.
Duncan. I'm so sorry.
It's a question real quick. Exchange rate for gold, silver is what, 10?
10.
10 is right. Yeah, give me a gold, you sloot.
Alright, give you a gold. How much change I get back?
You get 9.
Silver.
Do I also see the elf playing darts upstairs?
They're not upstairs. They're down on the floor where the mantle and everything else is.
As Weary in his younger days have enjoyed darts, I go over to the elf playing darts and I look for an opportunity to get in a turn.
So as you're standing there, you can tell that the female elf is just not having your shit. She's just completely ignoring you. Anytime you almost kind of saddle along to the side or kind of slide around the other side to try and get a better look at things, she almost steps in your path. And her and the halfling are both completely just engrossed in their game and are not concerned with anything else going on, almost as if it's not, just money on the line, but almost like bragging rights at this point.
Are they actually any decent?
They're both fantastic.
I don't say anything.
What would you do after that? At this point, you'd be noticing that the hole there in the center area, you're seeing a large group of a complete motley crew of people. You've got a friggin' Warforged, which you've never seen before. You've only heard about. You've got a small gnome riding what appears to be a boar, a large person in crazy armor. You've got a huge firebug there, and what appears to be a bird person.
The gnome is pulling a 10-foot pole out of his bag of holding and saying, "I can hold so many goblin heads in here."
You are my new favorite. Let's go.
As I am on a journey for seeking ancient knowledge, and I've never seen a warforged before, he strikes my interest. I walk up to him and ask him, "What is your origin?"
I don't know.
All right.
That is all. Carry on.
I've met a few bastards who've had the exact same story.
Strange.
I know I must kill things and cook things.
So he's been giving a predetermined destiny. Interesting. I start thumbing through my book looking for information on this.
You're not the only one looking for information.
Information, you say?
Quite.
What
Information about
kind of information?
Why do I feel this is gonna go around in a circle until one of us stops it?
That's true. Can we leave?
Because you, my friend, have been in way too many inns. On way too many adventures.
I would love
Regardless,
to stay.
Dillador interrupts everyone there. Alright. So, regardless of what you choose to do, or whoever you wish to go through, one of you has to pull the page from the mantle, and even then, I wouldn't recommend going out to either until daytime. The caravan's details will obviously be on their sheet, but I guarantee they won't leave till morning. And as for clearing out the roads, it's hard to see things on the roads when it's nighttime, so again, I would recommend you all stay, rest, get your strength for whichever you choose, because there's sure to be trouble on the way.
I'll take the sheet for the clearing the roads.
Gotcha.
I ask, why don't we do both?
Yeah. I can take the sheet for the goblin heads.
Dillador interrupts again. So, of course you can, however, just know that there's obviously more people that are going to be different things. But the way you can actually tell is when you're out and about, if you try to reach for the scroll in your pocket and you just nothing appears in your hands, then generally that means that the quest is already, or the bounty has been completed by another party. So, yes, you're more than welcome to take both.
Okay.
Why don't we go on a quest together?
So which one are we doing? The goblin head?
Goblin infestation or the caravan escort?
Honestly, the goblin infestation pays a lot.
All right.
My robot friend.
So what time does everybody want to leave then?
We ride at dawn.
We ride
We ride at dawn.
Dawn.
You said there's a caravan. I will probably travel with them to distant lands to find the ancient information.
My friend, there's always caravans to and fro. It's not particular or heading anywhere. They're just traders taking their wares to fight them.
As you can see, Dillador is really pushing us to go and just yeet these goblins into oblivious.
Oh, I do
You can
speak
do as you
Goblin.
please.
That does sound interesting.
What do goblins sound like when they are getting their heads chopped off and turned into soup?
Why
It is
are you
a
asking that
wonderful
question?
noise.
Trey,
Why are
I
you
did
asking that
Same
question? Also, why in the God's damn hells do you know how to speak Goblin?
I have been searching for ancient information for the range of my days. And it's just one of those pieces of information I have acquired.
Right.
I can teach you how to cook.
Anders just going
Awesome.
to, like, find a table, slowly sink his head into his hands as he thinks, oh god, what have I got myself into?
So why does a warforged cook if he
An
can't
adventure.
It's like, oh god, this old ass tiefling is gonna get killed.
Trey, care to answer the question?
I don't know. It's just what I do.
Interesting.
I know I must kill things and I must cook things so I can cook.
Think it'd be how.
But if we're waiting to go in the morning, I will go sit in the corner and wait.
Sleep is for the weak.
Right. You can't sleep. I forgot.
I'll go back to the bartender and get a room.
Excellent. Okay, with the ale, by there, just give me a silver.
All right.
So, out of curiosity, I want to go up and knock on the mantle myself. See what comes up.
So, I'm assuming you had been watching the Warforged do the triple knock and just listen over hard.
Oh yeah.
Alright. So, go ahead, roll a con saving throw.
And plus 2, so 19.
19. Alright, so whenever you hit that third knock on there, you can kind of feel almost like a magnetic pull to your gauntlets. And it catches your curiosity at first, but it's almost as soon as you notice it, it disappears. And you kind of just shrug it off like, whatever, it's magic, who knows. And in front of you, the papers that were fleeting in and out, again, they solidify here, and as you see the characters kind of come together and build coherent sentences, you can read the same thing that you heard the Warforged read off. Help needed, goblin infestation, and caravan escort required.
So it's not actually really personalized, is what I'm hearing.
At the moment, from what it's seeing. However, it has a funny way of picking destinies.
Okay.
The goblins are your destiny.
The goblins are my destiny. They're evil. I must destroy the evil.
But so are
I have to destroy the evil.
So,
Then we welcome you.
I will take that page.
Both pages or just one?
Oh, just the goblins.
Gotcha. A woman of focus.
In escorting a caravan.
Excellent. Anyone else care to do anything fancy schmancy, or does everyone care to just grab a room and then go get knocked the fuck out?
I'm gonna go grab a room and then grab some rations because I think I only have enough to last a day.
All right.
How far away was the goblin quest again?
So it's the road to what is it, Lyheath? Lyheath from Camor. So if you're looking at your world map, it's just beyond the keep and then up the road a little ways. So it's about 3 days if it's muddy, so about 2 days on a regular travel. It's not that far up the road.
Okay.
Something y'all would almost be curious about, you'd ask, like, hey, like, this is really close to the fucking city. Like, why have no guards or anything when to go handle that type of shit? It'd be something just kind of in the back of your mind. Be like, this seems like a problem literally for, like, the nobles to handle, again, for their people. I mean, innocent civilians are being killed near their land. It's not like it's a far-off corner in some forest. It's a very popular road.
From there to there.
Just from there to there. So you're gonna go grab rations and eat?
Yeah.
All right. So we'll say, how many days worth you trying to grab?
Let's just go for a solid 2 weeks worth.
2 weeks worth. So for that, we'll say we'll do 4 silver. If anyone else wants to go with him to grab rations or anything, it'll be a 4 silver and then 1 silver for your rooms. So if you guys want to break out the old coin purses, y'all can divvy up your shit if you'd like.
Yeah, I'll grab some rations too. You said it was 4 silver for 2 weeks worth?
Yep.
Okay.
This is basic, tack and fucking jerky type deal.
Yep.
Gold.
Wait, I only have gold.
Yep.
Why do you only have 1 gold?
It divvies out.
Yeah, I only have 1 gold.
There's supposed to be.
No, pull it out. It's a stack.
Oh.
Ah.
There we go.
Okay, but I only have 10 gold coins.
Okay, so
I don't have.
Oh crap! I accidentally
room
dealt
plus
my
that,
coins.
I'll give you 5. Let's say, oof. Free coins for everyone.
Put my gold back.
I don't know who gave me 8 gold coins, but
Damn it!
here you go.
Nikki, here's your
No, I
silver.
just don't want you to have it.
Alright.
Who else is giving me a gold? What's all this 8
You
gold? What is
already
this?
paid
Oh,
one.
is that yours?
I accidentally dealt mine.
Nice.
What do you?
My hand twitched.
Yes. What have you done with my gold?
Why is it? Why?
Alright, so for. Am I allowed to sleep outside all.
Oh, I mean, yeah, you can. But what
I
I'll
am
say to that is that you need to roll a con save as well to see if you face any adverse actions from sleeping outside. Whether it be a crick in your back or fucking it's raining, so you'll be sleeping in the wet.
God.
So I'll be sleeping in the wet. You mean sleeping in the rain?
No,
Okay,
in the
Trevor.
wet.
Give him one.
God damn it! Come take one of these fucking gold coins.
Yo, I love nature so much it makes me wet.
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 Please.
Wet.
Mother
Man, I
Nature
need
makes
this quest
me
money.
wet.
Wait. Okay. So for
Trevor, did you get my coin?
Pretty sure I did yours first, didn't I?
Probably.
is
Nope,
it possible?
Different one.
Is it possible to do 2 weeks worth of rations?
I think I already have. Yes, that's the 4 coins or whatever.
I thought he said 2 months.
No, 2 weeks.
Oh.
Should be this guy here.
Okay. Bye. And how much for a room? There.
The 1, and that's where the other 1 came from, so that's why you should have 5 right now.
Oh, so you already took 1. Alright. Well then.
All right, how much are the rations?
For 2 weeks worth, it's going to cost you about 6 silver.
I will pay that.
So in total,
Right.
if you're buying a
4 silver.
room and rations, it's 7 silver.
No, it's 4 silver for 2 weeks, 5 for the room and
The
2
rations?
weeks. Yeah, 2 weeks worth of
Okay.
rations.
Yeah, I will take that.
So 6 silver, got it.
5.
5.
5.
Y'all
I'm
are
bad at
very
math.
good at math.
Oh my lord.
Just give me a fucking gold, my dude.
Fire schmert.
Where's your gold even at, Duncan?
I dealt it. I have
Yeah,
1
that's-
good coin right here.
Your silver disappeared.
So I should have like 4 silver.
There you go, you dingus.
4 silver.
No, I already gave you yours back that you need.
Okay.
Alright, everyone paid up?
Yeah, I think you just need to divvy out the silver.
Did I not? I know I gave you yours, I think. What the fuck?
Nope.
Should be.
You gave me I have gold still.
Bam. I know I gave Trey his silver. Ellie, did I give you your silver?
Here's mine.
Wait, how do I spell? I should be at 2.
Yoink.
Here's a stack of 3.
Alright. As interesting as the 0 session was, this is about the time where I need to
Go
start
back in.
hopping off.
Gotcha. Yeah, remember if you're in the search, then you can't. Yeah, it won't go portion it.
Be
Alright,
sure you save the table.
Yeah, I will.
Yeah, save
Once
it.
everyone's done.
Done divvying.
Yeah, I'll save it now just in case someone like disconnecting crashes it or something, but should be good to go. So that concludes 0 session. So hopefully that gives you
Yay!
a
Yay!
very rough idea of what we're going to be looking at and what to look forward to. Yeah, I mean, any super obvious, hey, your shit's garbage, let's fix this or this.
I will try better. Cause shit.
No, I'm not saying that. I'm saying, like, specifically, like... Anyway, you guys just caught the tail end of that portion, and we're actually concluding now. That being said, the VOD's up, and you can actually see our Session 1. Obviously, skip beyond the sessions there, figuring out the character crap if you actually want to get to the part of the campaign that's relevant or worth a damn. So,
Yeah.
thanks for showing up, even if you showed up late, Reza. It's 7 to 9 Eastern. Get your shit together. God damn it. It's not my fault. You did this. You did this. I do have corona. I'm here out here spreading it to the boomers. Fuck the boomers. Kill the boomers. Yeah.
I forgot we were still streaming.
You're goddamn right. But anyway.
Yeah.
So I'll still be in Discord, Reza, if you want to talk or anything. But I'm going to cut the stream now so we can get everything all organized. Anyway. Night, everybody. Hey, fuck you, Reza. Night.